Welcome everybody to 48 Talk, episode 159.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm your host, Rage Baldi, as always. Joining me this time is the usual crew of DX Takamina on my right, Derek on the bottom left, and Colin Johnson on the bottom right. It's been a while again
Yeah.
and again. Oh, God, we're so busy on all hands.
The
First off,
summer is
What's up?
here.
for the
It's
people who
summertime.
celebrated, happy Thanksgiving, and did all people survive Black Friday? Oh
Yeah, at
my
least I
God,
didn't get
my
stuck, so yeah.
life.
That's a thing.
Ha.
Yeah,
that's right. You work in retail.
I
Yeah,
work
wow.
in retail, and it was busy.
I
It
How
love
was-
busy
it.
was it at the store though?
It was very busy, and also 3 people got stabbed nearby.
Yeah, pretty much.
He said that in such a chippy mood. Okay.
Yeah, it's like finishing work, and it's like a lot of police. It's like, what's going on? Then we get all these alerts, and it's like, oh, apparently, three teenage kids got stabbed. Basically,
Yeah, 215,
Oh, you gotta do
113,
it.
I think.
they're all right, and they caught the guy the next day. 35-year-old homeless, no relation to those teenagers.
No motive either. So yeah.
No. So it's a bit crazy, and also things that happened in London that was very very crazy. Heard one of my coworkers
yeah.
was there on the bridge when the shooting happened. So world's going.
Well, that
hmm?
was a little. That was terrorist related, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
That was
terrorist
serious, yeah.
related. It's been
Of
it been
course.
crazy times.
And I
Yeah.
hurt my toe. Sorry.
Oh, it's been a bad week for all of us.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Oh man, what such?
Just a little.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, pretty good, I would say. Just got finished building a new PC for a customer. So yeah.
I am.
I saw those pictures, man. Good job.
Thanks.
It looks very very powerful on that end. So let's get into it then. Well, it's been a while, and I would say stuff happened.
Yeah, stuff happened.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
I think should we get to it right away? The big one that's really well. At this point, I'm not surprised anymore. But
Yeah, I was like, what's next, you know? Oh boy. Well, go for it, I would say.
okay, the AKB48 cafe and shop has been announced. They will close their doors next week, basically right before the
Year-end.
anniversary celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
That was odd.
okay, a lot of thoughts came into there. So I know it will be closed down because of the food, probably. That's the main reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but seriously, it's like, are you kidding me with this one? And
They kinda
the,
were.
yeah, the reason they're doing it, they said it was like because of the JR line at Akihabara station, they are doing renovations. We are closing down our store for that.
But then the
And
Gundam
then-
Cafe said,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, and then Gundam Cafe is like, we're not closing down. And then the JR company said, well, we have plans, but none of them are starting anytime soon. Why are they closing down?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean,
Feels weird,
if
yeah.
if they just, they initially said, it's a renewal plan and we want to just change location, I would have believed that. I'm like, okay, okay. But then everyone is like, nah, nothing is happening. Just, no. I think they just, I'm sure they have either leased, rented, under those circumstances, the place. And now I don't think that their contract got renewed. So they need to move out. Something can come in its place.
Well, it's the most iconic visual. Basically, it was part of, hey, you enter Akihabara,
Yeah,
and the
that's
first
the
thing you
we were
see
seeing, yeah.
is that. It was like a tourist attraction, and yeah, I really want to hear you about this, Derek, since, well, you've been there multiple times, I would say, and it's. I think you have more knowledge on this. So, what do you think of all this?
it for me it's gonna be weird because it's an idol gathering place. Like, and at any given point on any given day, you might see like Chica idol groups outside of the cafe because they know there's gonna be Wota there.
Yeah.
Because the cafe still attracts Wota on a regular basis. They're always there. Sometimes they're there in like record numbers. I've seen whole trading card sessions outside of the doors. You go out the Electric Town gate exit, and there it is, and you're just I'm in Akiba. And before you shoot a left to go onto the streets with the Sega building and all the maid cafes. For that one moment, you're in that very windy little open area in front of the cafe, and you've reached like the beginning of the Idol world. It's like level 1 of a video game of Idol, and it's not gonna be there anymore. I'm going there tomorrow to say goodbye. It'll probably be the last time I'll ever go there. It's weird because I've been there countless times. It's weird to think that there won't be any more coasters sold at the shops nearby for ridiculous numbers. It'll be weird to not order a $5 little tiny ass drink to get one of those coasters, and that joy you get when you have to pull it, and you're like, oh, I got Mayu, or I got who's this? Some Kenkyusei, and then some guy two seats over sees you got the Kenkyusei, it comes over, can I trade? And you're like, yeah, you can just have it. I don't want it. You like make his day. I had another memory where I took Michan there, and Michan really likes Shinoda Mariko. She's always liked Shinoda. Like, that was like her Woda since the very first time I used to watch like AKB Dome concerts with her, and she used to like the one Dome concert where Shinoda Mariko was coming down on the platform, and and it's like Ekara Mariko, the iconic song. She loved that. And so there was a Woda sitting nearby, and I was talking with Michan, like we were like going on and on, and she loves the cafe. And he came over and gave her all of his little cards of Marticle, and gave her a bunch of stuff like that. And then the interesting is we went back another time months later, and he was there again, and he gave her more stuff because he goes there every day.
Nice.
We call it a Joden, like somebody who goes consistently, like a big fan. And that was just the one part of the cafe. When you go into the other part, the actual theater part, they have a big screen. You can sit there and eat. And then what's really cool about that is they used to play games before they used to have the show Antidare. Michan went and did that one time, and the girls at the cafe treated her really well. She went up on the stage, she played the game, she won, which was great. The Woda all helped her. So I have very fond memories of that place for those reasons. Also, when I very first came to Japan, it's one of the very first places I ever visited because I had to go there. There was something in my heart that made me go. And you all have similar stories. Well, those of you that have been there, I want to hear them. But like for me, it is going to be the weirdest thing to go to Akiba next time, and not see it, and not, and it's all bullshit, by the way. We know that, like, it's
true.
They could stay. It's just it's little by little the tearing down of AKS's world because it's just not profitable for them anymore. It just comes down to money. It's just something in there is not doing it. I mean, I've been in that cafe. There's nobody in there. I've been in there where it's full. You can't move. So, but it wasn't consistent, I think. And what they should do is they should have just did something with that theater. They could have built that into a whole, like, a second stage for all the fans.
It happens sometimes. Komiharu does a lot of stages actually there, like the special event, like solo acts or songs.
Yeah, solo cafe events.
Cafe.
They could do so much there. They could have, if it's a matter of money, there's so many idol groups that probably would love to perform there. So it's not like they couldn't have done something with it. I just think they don't care anymore. And I think that's kind of been the overall arcing problem with AKB this past year, which I'm sure we'll tap into more, is there's just a lack of care. There's a lack of interest. And because of that, this is what happens when you take...
Well, there goes my interest.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone. And so, yeah, it's going to be painful to not see it, but that's also kind of part of Japan and Idol. Remember, the adage is true. Idols are here today, gone today.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Wow.
It's more true now than ever. This year, 2020, has been the culling, the year of the Idol apocalypse. And this is just one more thing that's been whirled up in that apocalyptic storm, And we all kind of knew it was going to happen eventually. I just didn't think it would be the cafe. I thought if two things would stay, it'd be the cafe and the donkey.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and I can never see those two not being
I-
there.
Is
But
it something also with the Olympics or something? Are they going to change everything?
yeah,
Doubt
like
it.
they're using the Olympics as the great like equalizer for this whole place. But
Yeah,
come
doubt it
on,
though.
that's the excuse. That's just a convenient excuse. The
Yeah.
reality is like they didn't need to do it. They could have kept it open. It's iconic. Find a way to make it work. You know, there's so many Woda that would probably give they would sell their houses to keep that place open. And it's like because there still is followers. There still are legions of AKB fans. It's not like they all disappeared this year. Like they're there. I see them all the time. It's just they're not as many, and the ones that are there are like really the diehard ulta, like the riders die for life riders, you know.
Yeah, true. Mhm.
The
Just not
Jordan,
enough.
was said, right?
Yeah, the Jordan. So
Jordan.
Hmm.
We have a Dutch word for that, by the way. Stamgast.
Yeah, pretty
Ah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of stamgast. Of
Stamgast.
that saying is part of
Stamgast.
the stuk van het meubilair ook. The Dutch saying.
Yeah, and it is basically like if you go to a bar, you see that one guy that's always there. Basically that's
Bar dude. Literal
bar
translation.
dude.
Bar
If you
Bar
want,
dude.
Bar dude.
Cafe
Something
dude.
like that, you know.
I got you.
The regulars.
What about
Um,
you guys that have been there?
yeah, well, my memory was amazing over there. Even though, like I said, the food was hard, but still, I'm thinking in there. I think I did go on my own there in the Akihabara one, and basically, I remember just getting excited. It was like we entered Akihabara first, and then I'm seeing it already there. There's like, oh, there it is. And it's like, you know what? It's still early. Let's just go first to see the city, and then we'll have their dinner.
Oh,
And we're just going around. Want to see the theater, of course. Went to the Don Quixote. See the theater, going nuts. And yeah, I went back to the cafe and coming in there, they're of course they greet you and it looks nice. Everything is excited. You hear the music, you see the items, the merchandise, and I'm like, yeah, let's go in. It's like it's a normal restaurant, of course. You just come in. It's like, hey, how many people? It's like, well,
yeah.
you get there, look at the menu, and then I'm looking and see all these pictures, and I see the members that, and deciding, you know what, I want this kind of food. And it was really hard because it's like I maybe want this because of this member, but then I look at the food and I
Yeah,
want
sure.
to have something tasty. Well, that never happened. And it was notorious also, of course,
Yeah,
because
true.
liquid hate story, of course, that comes to mind when we talked about Gino
Yeah,
ZX.
did he got like food poisoning or something like that?
Something like that because of that. And I ate it, and it's like it's this bland, doesn't feel right. And the drinks, well, they get it from the drinks. Those are the most expensive there. And because when you order a drink, you get the filter. You know the is it filter? Like the card, basically. The
The coaster.
what's the word?
Yeah,
Coaster.
the
Thank you.
coaster.
I'm listening to the word.
Coaster. Mhm.
And I remember the time when I went there multiple times. I went one time for the dinner and drink, and it was a fun experience. You see on the screen some theater stages. You're like, oh, that's nice. And people, well, that was the thing because people were like, plop, plop, thank you.
Yeah.
People were looking at me and being like, why are you here? What is this? But then they noticed that I actually knew what I was talking about. And then they're suddenly more respectful to that. And then was like, very cool. So when I went there the second time, it was for the desserts. And that was the most horrible thing because it was cereal combined with these little whipped cream, but not good milk product, basically. And it was just horrible. It was like I couldn't even finish it.
Oh wow.
But I got my coaster.
Hey.
Now, this was in 2017.
Mhm.
So there were a lot more members. And I got the same twice. Like, I went there twice.
Wow.
I got
Same coaster.
two of them. Same
Wow.
coaster.
Which
Out of
one was
all
it
of
like
them. And I was just like, are you kidding me? It's like, is this... Thank you, Yabuki Nako, for being in there.
that? Well, I
But
know
I-
some
I-
ISOs that who are really interested in those coasters, though.
hey, maybe they go up in value. I'll sell them. But the thing is, I did like the people helping there because uh, the feeling was to me the people who worked there, the girls who worked there, they were basically had auditioned for AKB48 but didn't make it, and now they're working there. So they still had the feeling they want to serve fans. I can hear myself, by the way. I think that's
Yeah,
Derrickson.
it was an echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hmm.
But they were very nice, and it was a fun experience, and it's always a fond memory to have that I was in that cafe. And I went there 3 times in total, I think. Well, counting SKE Cafe, I was in there as well. That was a whole
Oh, okay.
different experience.
NMB? Or did you only went to the theater?
There was no NMB Cafe anymore. That
No, that
closed
was
down.
already
Yeah, that
closed.
was.
That one was already
Okay,
closed.
yeah.
If we look back at it, every year one of the cafe closed down in the past 3 years.
Yeah, true.
True. Yeah, that's true.
This is insanity. Yeah, but that was my fond memory. So, DX?
For me, I've been to the cafe several times. The only one who's been more often is Derek. But for me, I went in total about, I would say, 10 to 13 times, I think. My first time was actually, well, the first time in Japan when AKB was really booming due to the Maeda Atsuko concert. I actually didn't go to the cafe one because I wasn't an AKB fan back then. So really still slapping myself that one that I didn't go, and I even had the chance to go to the concert back then, but never
Whoops.
sorry,
Oh,
never sorry,
mm.
let's not go there. But the very first time was in 2014 actually, and back then I had lots of fun and I didn't know what to expect. I ordered the food and I had a lot of fun, and the first coaster I won was actually Myujikkii Watanabe. So
That's a good
already
one.
a high value one. So next thing I knew, a fan came to me and like, would you like to trade? I was like, what do you have? He's like, I have this memory here. It was a Kenkyu size. Like, no, thank you. If you had Takamina, I would have gladly done it, but no, I'll keep this. but my fondest memory of the AKB48 cafe was not actually in Akihabara. It was actually in Hakata. It was in 2014, and I went to the Hakata cafe and sat down, and this small girl sat right next to me and asked me if I was a foreigner. Do remember she was a Kenkyusai back then, but I was talking to Yabuki Nako.
Wow.
It
Okay.
was 2014. She just started out at HKT. I was like,
No
whoa.
way.
What?
Awesome.
and like, well,
Really?
I'm from the foreign. I'm from a foreign country, from Europe.
A
and
foreign country.
She was
yeah.
really interested because I looked foreign, and even in Hakata, not many foreigners are going to the HKT cafe back then. So
Yeah.
Right.
she was really
That's
interested in
crazy.
talking to me, and I talked for like 2 minutes because it felt kind of wrong because I'm talking to a member outside of the Akshukai, so I didn't want to make it too long. So
Hey, maybe it was for a TV show. You don't know.
nah, I
Ooh.
would have seen the images by now. So,
Oh yeah, true.
but
That's
yeah,
amazing, though.
Awesome
That's
story.
really amazing.
so it was like wow, that was unexpected, but yeah.
Just a little.
But that was my fondest memory of all the cafes. So there's that.
Sure.
Colin.
That's
Alright.
great. I mean,
I've seen the pictures a lot.
I feel bad though, Colin. It's like eventually you would have gone to Japan. You're going to Japan eventually, I think. And then that would have been part of your experience, and now you don't have a chance. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, I wouldn't not have gone for the food at all in the slightest. But I mean, just to see it, just to be in there, maybe try at least one, maybe two coasters, depending on who I get, maybe a third. I would do that. But only mainly for that. Like the food, I'm not really interested in. Just to see it and be like, oh, that's what it looks like. Oh, and touch it, the wall. Be like, oh, the wall. Kind of that thing. But yeah, it's a bit of a pity. maybe if it will, version 2 or whatever, if they will do, I doubt it, but if, that would be nice. Otherwise, yeah, it's just unfortunate, very unfortunate. But it's yeah.
That's
It's a
sad.
pity. It's sad. Yeah, it's a pity
Hey,
that it's
the theater
gone.
is still there. That's a good thing.
Yay
Yeah.
for
Could you
now.
imagine if they announced that at the celebration, the anniversary? It's like, yeah,
Oh.
we're closing down the theater.
Oh boy.
Don't jinx it now. I mean, if the cafe is down, what do we have left? The theater and the handshake event. So I don't want you to jinx it. I mean,
That's not jinx it.
oh.
Something would. There you go.
That would be a killjoy. Speaking of anniversary.
Yeah, are we
Yeah.
done on talking about the cafe closing down and
Oh yeah,
Yes.
if
I think we're
being
good.
a stupid reason out of it? Yeah. Now, speaking of anniversary, indeed,
Yeah.
coming up
Upcoming
on
Sunday?
this Sunday.
Yeah.
the 8th of December. Man, the year's
Mhm.
been going fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, it's their
14.
16th? 14. Isn't it
14th,
their
yeah.
15? No,
No,
14
14th.
anniversary. Okay. Felt longer. Their
Mhm.
14th anniversary, there's going to be another pink strip being on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
They announced not that much, I would say. They're like, these members will show up.
Yeah,
yeah.
everyone will be included except Iriamana. They actually stated like she will not be there, but maybe that will change. Yoko Yamayui from Team 8 because suspension because of what happened.
Uh-huh.
Honda Hitomi, but also another Team 8 member who I don't know that much of. So everyone will be there. There will be units.
But
and
it's...
if those yeah.
Sorry. It's only exclusive AKB48, right? Not
Yeah,
SK, not NMB. You're muted
You're
right
muted,
now.
Colin.
Colin?
Yeah,
Hi.
I blanked there for a minute with
Okay.
the Discord. But yeah, only the group. I don't think except Kennen members in the past, but no other group is invited basically.
It's weird.
Why is that?
I mean, it's AKB's anniversary,
Yeah,
so
true.
and they're
That
already
hadn't stopped them before.
That's true,
true.
but in the past there have been so many members, and the theater is small. I've never been, but it's small.
It's
so
small, yeah.
I mean,
And this year
400
there have been less than 100 members, I think.
I don't know. It could be. Yeah, it could be an AKB. I don't know how many.
Let me just check this right out.
I mean,
Continue
it's,
though for the announcement of the anniversary call.
So yeah, the anniversary. I mean, it's AKB's anniversary. It's always shared with the other groups. So I'm like, yeah, it's good that they have their own thing, including the handshake events as well. But there will be units. They haven't really set a unit, but what I read was if the unit does well, mixing seniors and juniors, it could be a real thing. So I don't know. You'll never know. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Units will be very popular with fans, and they will be maybe doing like Mimi Gumo from BMK, where they will be having a song on the next single, if there ever will be, which is it's an idea. I like
cannot
it.
go to stage 48.
Oh, yeah, it's possible. Maybe I was there 2 hours ago, and it was up. So, but
I
yeah,
mean, I kind of feel like they'll apply the same kind of apathy to this that they have been with everything. I mean, not to be jaded or bitter, but I just feel like they're trying to put at least amount of stuff into AKB now as possible. So I wouldn't like hold my breath if I was a WOTA or anything. If anything, I'd be more like, well, yeah, we're celebrating cool. Like
That's
it's.
about it, yeah.
To be really honest, the more I think about it, I think after the 10th anniversary, that's when this really started to decline. Like I think like they were trying to make it to that 10th year. They did all that
The
special
golden
stuff for the
ticket,
10th
yeah.
and then it was like, okay, we're around another year, cool. Like
So
it's not,
I have here the list then. As of 2019, on October 30th, it was consistent of 108 members. So they're still above 100.
Okay.
Hey, remember, there were 200 of them. And
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
keep in mind, we also had in October from now a lot of graduations. And
Yeah, true.
Yeah, true.
So they're getting under. It would be like a stock exchange. It's like if it gets under 100, we should be going on all high alerts.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, Team 8 has like currently, let's say 45. I think that there have been replacements. So let's just say 45. It's a normal number.
Yeah.
So that would be 60 other members, 16 gen, and the rest is actually pretty much scattered. So yeah, I'm still surprised. But yeah, the draftees, the concuses in that regard.
True.
I'm still maybe I would have estimated like 80 or something. But okay. I mean, there have been a lot of graduations overall.
Yeah, it's been like machine
and,
gun.
as well as in AKB, and Team 8 will be included in that. So yeah, it's still 108. Seems a lot.
I'm looking forward to the performance though, and
Well, too,
we
yes.
know from Kashiwagi Yuki she's going to stay till she's 30. So that's
2 years.
Hey!
About 2 years.
less than 2 years, something like that.
Yeah. Early 2021.
We don't know
Yeah,
what
so-
Myujikkii Minami is going to do, right?
She'll be in for
what should we
AKB
say?
forever.
Hmm.
He's gonna stay till the AKB is done.
Yeah, once AKB is done,
But-
she's still
but-
going to be an AKB, you know?
I mean, though, again, though, with Idol, sometimes age, maybe for certain groups and stuff, age really is like a big, important, relevant factor. But lately, I've also noticed it hasn't been as much. I mean, again, in the underworld of Idol, it's not as much. Like I know, like Yami from Cyber is like, I think she's like 32, but like she looks like she's about 20.
Wow.
But like it's just. I know there's a girl in a Sobi dungeon who's like 27 or something. If you saw her, you wouldn't think she's a day past 14. But that's also Japanese genetics, and that's not a racist thing. That's just kind of the truth. Like they age well in that regard in many cases when it comes to this. So I feel like if Michan wants to stay, she's beautiful. Like it's not gonna matter. No one's gonna care. And I think if Karen stays too, like good for her. Like I mean, let them stay till they feel they don't need to stay anymore. Like that's a great thing. But again, will AKB be around that long?
Yeah, true that.
That's
Yeah,
sort of more the question.
You mentioned it just now, Colin. Iriyama Anna it won't be there. She's still an active member of AKB48. She is currently in Japan,
Yeah.
not doing any activities for AKB48, but meeting up with members as Katarina or Chiori.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What does this mean? And personally, I would say, well, good. They're doing fine. They're having fun. She's having like a home for the holidays vacation, basically, back from Mexico. Mexico's still going highly strong over there. Her YouTube channel is blowing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we? What, are you saying they didn't purposely announce her and then it's like surprise? Even though we said she won't be there and now she will be there just to, I know, screw with your mind.
Not sure, but it would have been more elaborate, I would say, if it were a scenario like that.
Hmm.
But that might be my own thoughts about it. I think she's just not going to be there for that anniversary performance. Not as an active member, not as a performing member, but perhaps maybe backstage or something like that,
Good. My thinking is, well, basically, when you look at the side and you go to the members, Anin has always been listed there. She still has the profile picture with the clown outfit, I say. So she has never been removed, but similarly to Sakura, Nako, and Hitomi, their pictures are also up there. So it's more like they're still listed.
It's
so,
gray area.
Yeah, gray area.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. So I think it's maybe she will be out the day before because I don't know. Maybe she has something else to do. Maybe she can only be there for a certain amount of time. Or it could be a surprise because it's always
But
tentative,
why would
know?
you then announce that she won't be there or not listed?
They could just not have invited her, not have asked because maybe they don't know she's there. Could be. I mean,
That's
depends.
stupid. And if you don't know that she's there, even though you should know that she's there since she's a part of it, and if
It's-
everybody else knows she's there,
True. I agree.
if management
It's-
doesn't know that she's in Japan right now, then this company can just close the doors right now. It would be so out of my mind if they're like that stupid.
It could be a surprise. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. Maybe they did invite her, but she declined. Maybe they are figuring things out. Maybe she can only stay there for a certain period of time, or maybe it's a surprise. She was
No.
at a
What a surprise is Sayane showing up at an NMB theater stage. No, and then with the recently graduated Otayu being at the
Otayu,
stage
yeah.
as well to attend someone else's special. I don't know. I think what's a birthday stage? That's not sure. But still, that's a surprise. This is basically saying it's like treating us as like little kids. Like she won't be there, but she is. No. What do you think about this, Derek?
I mean, I don't know if we should read too much into it. There's a lot of reasons why idols don't attend events. It could be a very private thing. It could have been a simple matter of she didn't know she was coming back until like last second, at which point whatever they got planned for the event, she wasn't part of the rehearsals. So maybe they didn't want her to be there. She might show up anyways as like a fan or on the side. I don't necessarily know if it's bad blood. Now, if she isn't there at all and she's not there, again, that just kind of says about the state of apathy, not just within the staff then, but also maybe with the members. And that would be disappointing. At the same time, Annan kind of has her own life now. She's kind of doing her own thing. Like, it's like
She's happier.
it's like she's Hillary, but she hasn't graduated yet. Because, like, I don't know if you guys have been following Hillary at all, but that girl is, like, in her own world, doing her own thing, like, crushing it.
yeah.
Yep, pretty
Tiffany.
much, yeah. Tiffany.
I mean, really, just wow. And Annan's kind of done that.
Yeah.
But
If I look at her videos on YouTube, she's a lot happier right now. And speaking fluently Spanish, of course, and she have enjoyment and going through the culture. And I remember that Iriyama Anna was the person that was very close off because of the incident in 2014.
Yep.
They want to interact, don't go to handshake events anymore. And then you see this Iriyama Anna, the 2019 version. And she's hanging out with people, shaking their hands, dancing, smiling, chatting with strangers, I would say, that are fans of her. And you would think that would never happen anymore in Japan. It's like it's night and day from who she was. And my feeling is that she doesn't, on her end, she doesn't want to be associated anymore. I think that's the more the idea. She was it's like, Iriyama, would you show up to the theater stage? And she's like, no. I think that's more the feeling. I think she's done being with that fandom. She's like, there are, this is a hard topic because we all know in any fandom group, in any community, you have the good people, but you have also the bad, and the bad always outweigh the good. And it always leaves an impact. And I don't think she wants that negativity in her life. Maybe that's a reason. So I think she declined it instead of being the other side.
It's possible. It's certainly a possibility, but we don't know. Derek said it right. Maybe we're looking too much into this, but on the other hand, we always kind of do.
That's what this show is about, right?
We just bring up, what could possibly be, and then maybe think about it. It's something. It's maybe she will appear, maybe she won't. Maybe I definitely, in a way, can think that she doesn't want to, because of different person now or bad memories. Though the impression that I got from that interview that she did a year ago, I think, where she did talk about it, where she basically said something along the lines of, sometimes a sound can give me a bad vibe, and that it's now, I mean, I'm not saying or implying that she is over it, but time may not heal all wounds, but maybe physically and maybe in a sense emotionally, she's just more distant of it. You get what I'm trying to say. Maybe it's better. Maybe she does have bad memories about it. If she sees that, maybe she is, which I don't blame her for. If she's still scared a bit, it's possible. I will see. I'm happy that she's happy in that sense. I still support her. I still watch her videos. Not in the past week, I've been busy, but I do try to watch them. when I can, and
I
I
like
also
the one
know
from
that.
Cinco de Mayo. No, not Cinco de Mayo.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
Cinco de Mayo, but the Halloween event.
yeah. It was Halloween. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that was awesome. I watched that one because I was like, okay, click.
Yep.
That was awesome.
We'll see. We'll see what happened then on Sunday. What kind of event it will be. Maybe something news comes out. There was some other news that they announced. A short one was they got announced for Kouhaku on the AKB48
Hey,
Yep.
last minute.
Last minute.
I'm yours, Robin. No,
I was
love
wrong.
it.
I was wrong.
I mean, I would not
Very
have named
close.
it if they didn't. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I
true.
wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, but they do, so that's also saying a lot. So
No IS1 though.
Perhaps that's because of the whole Produce 48 and Produce X scandal, I would say so.
Pretty much, yes. All activities have been closed off because of the corruption. Go figure. That was with the voting periods with all produce shows. So IS1 is the result of a produce show. That means there's no management. So that means there are no activities. Great job.
Yeah.
uh,
Sakura-tan just can't catch a break, can she? I
No.
swear to God.
Poor girl.
Hey, the
Like,
group,
she
the
really
IS1
can't.
didn't do anything wrong though. They're doing the best they can.
Yes, the management that blame as usual, I would say. So yeah.
Like usual.
We'll see what happens on that. But no other groups. We have we have Keikizaka, we have Nogizaka, we have
Hinata-saka.
Hinata-Zaka, no Yoshimoto-Zaka though.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Ah.
But wasn't the whole theme going to be boys versus girls or something like that for Kouhaku?
I have
I
no
don't know.
clue. We'll see what happens on that.
I remember vaguely something like that, and then Yoshimoto
Yeah?
Saka wouldn't make sense since that is a boy/girl group. So yeah.
Nah,
Could be.
could be.
Yeah, but no NMB, no HKT. Well, HKT has been doing anything.
SKE.
SKE.
They're doing relatively. Yeah, Stu. No,
they're doing some boat shows, but
Boat
staying in the harbor, so they're not
Yeah.
moving the boat.
They're not
Boat
moving the boat.
cannot
there.
go into in the theater.
Yeah,
No.
remember the plan? It's like, yeah, we're going from this area to this area to this area, then return, and now it's like, no, we're in this harbor. That's where we're staying. That's where the boat is.
Maybe it's a really cool harbor.
Not sure.
No clue how that's going.
It's so
Kind of want to take a
confusing.
look at the boat itself though, because it seems interesting to me.
True.
On your next trip.
Yeah, perhaps. It's going to be weird though without the AKB48 cafe, but yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
boat.
Really
Yeah,
is.
time to go to the boat. That's
I
it.
guess I need to get me a boat ticket or something like that, I guess.
Yeah, time to set us over. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Kouhaku. They did announce the other thing. That's request hour.
Woo! Hey.
Oh, yeah.
What? Top
Bit
50.
much though.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they announced.
top
Oh, right.
50. And hey, it's something. We'll
Yeah.
get 50 songs. It will be. It's scheduled in 4 days, but basically, 2 of them are concert days, right?
Yeah, so there's a request hour, but
Yeah.
there are also group concert, but also solo concerts. And the request hour, what they said or what I have translated is that it seems the top 100 has been replaced with the top 50 in favor of having more concert clustered in the same time span. Because January 19 and January 20, I know, request hour, but January 18, you have STU, NGT, and HKT doing a concert. And then the 19th, you have also SKE and NMB, and then request hour. But AKB as a group, it says, very odd a bit, January the 21st.
Boo.
What
And,
the?
I mean, they're doing something. I mean, I'm quite interested. And then the week after that, solo concert, but we'll get there in a moment. But I mean, top 50 is more interesting, I think. I mean, I'm sure that they want to do top 50 because top 100 is too much, and yeah.
What's your favorite thing about request hour?
Seeing Ice no Kujizuke being ranked high.
Okay.
And seeing
My
it-
favorite thing is you have the stages, with the seats
Yeah,
where
Yeah.
members come out, they
Mm.
see someone performing that usually doesn't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
performed by them,
And
and
then they go out. Yeah,
yeah, just behind you, just see them react to that.
Yeah,
Favorite
true.
part is
That-
Saine reacting to all those things.
Uh-huh.
Those were my favorite moments, and now you're cutting that in half. So now it's like, okay, you only get to see this much, and then that's the biggest problem because there were so many songs. They can rotate out a lot of members. One moment.
Okay, no, okay, I'm
Um,
just signal, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
yeah. Um, damn.
They can
Train of
rotate.
thought. They can rotate out when they have a lot of songs. But now since they're only top 50 songs, then people will be like, well, I want to watch on stage, but I can't. I have to get ready for the next performance. I have to practice still a little. And I'm not sure you're going to see actually people sitting on the stage.
Oh. Hmm.
If that's
Possible.
not there, then instantly that will be the biggest disappointing moment for me for 2020. Ruining request hour. Ugh. It's very negative thought, but hey, who knows? Maybe I'll be
Yeah.
surprised and they'll be like, "Oh, everybody has such time, and you can have fun." Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
I hope so. Hmm.
What I wanted to say is, did you watch last year Top 100 all the way through?
All the way through.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
See, I'm thinking about that you didn't. I
Mhm.
didn't. I downloaded it and basically scrolled to it and looked at what they were doing and which songs I wanted to watch. So it's convenient. It makes it more interesting. I mean, you always have top one. Will it be Team A? What will be the top 15 or top 10?
Yeah.
And now it's like less songs. I mean, the fun. I do agree that you can see more songs you'll never see performed. That's like pretty cool about it. Like I do love that too. And now it's like, just top 50, it's less but more interesting in that sense. You can kind of see it like Sasankyo being top
Less
60 instead of
segments.
top
I know I watched the segments from last
segments.
year.
I will
Yeah.
This
agree,
year.
yes, the segments. But making it, now there will be fewer segments in that whole, but maybe there will be more into those segments because now they don't have to spread it out anymore. So maybe it could be more interesting quality-wise. You'll never know. In that sense, I logistically I think it's a better choice, but it depends how they do with it.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Derek, any thoughts?
My thinking is that request hour has always been maybe in my list of things that I like in AKB's yearly events they used to do. It wasn't that high up there for me. I mean, I did like the last few ones that would come up and like the competition, who could be number one, and all the drama that was around that, again, because the joy of request hour for me, as it was with many of the events that AKB put on annually, as they created stories there. There was always some story we had to talk about. There was always something that happened, or somebody stood out, or there was a guest appearance. And again, I just feel that this isn't going to be that way this year. I mean, who knows? We could be totally wrong. AKB might be coming out of the gates swinging hard, and really tugging at our heartstrings. They might get a creative director who's like, yo, I know what we need to do. We need to bring this back old school. We need to do something fun. Let's get Tani Marka in there as the MC. She'll make everybody laugh, things like that. Like, that's Oshi call there. But I'm
Personal
just saying,
favorite.
like the point is, it's like, I liked those moments. I didn't necessarily like the event in the sense of, like, it was long and I didn't really, I mean, I listened to the songs, but it was like, I didn't need to. Like, I had all the request hours on DVD for the most part. I had a majority of them, and I can tell you I probably watched them all a handful of times, maybe, over the years. So I like to watch that last disc when it's like the last top 10, because that was always super fun. But the stories, that's what I'm concerned about. Not so much the stage or who's even going to show up. Will the story be there? Will there be something I can hold on to afterwards, or will it just be a recount of the songs? Again, not necessarily a bad thing. It's fun to be nostalgic. I still will get goosebumps if I hear AKB today live perform River or Beginner or Ponytail or all the great Everyday Katusha. Like, I literally, I mean, I'll tear up even, because it's like super nostalgic, and just brings back a million memories in my life, but that's it. You know what I mean? Where's the new story? Where's the next story? Where's the story that adds to this story? Is it going to be there? That's really, for me, the question behind Request Hour, because if you think about it, it's really one of the only things they're still doing that they haven't and canceled yet. And I don't know. I mean, again, that's not to say it won't get canceled, or this won't be the last year it'll be done. But I'm just saying, if they can't find a story there, then I think this will be the least interesting one out of all the years. But who knows? That's what I'm waiting to see.
Well said.
Yeah.
Anything else on the Request Hour?
Last year they did not announce what would be Jiwaru Day, so I see what they will announce. Last year they didn't announce a thing, if I remember correctly.
No.
Nothing. So let's see if they will. I mean, we have no CD for the request voting itself, and someone basically said to me, "Well, there are always other ways. It's not just the CDs. It's like Mobame or." What are the other things? I mean, I always did, voting via the CD, so I didn't do the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
But it's, I think I wrote it down. DMM.
Maybe on the
Mobile
English
Days.
website.
I mean, if they would do that, that would be good. But then it's like, how do they get money out of it? The CDs, money, so people would be voting for it, so they would get, finance for that. But it's maybe the site. That would be great. That would be easy, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm still excited for it. Request Hour is always fun.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, true.
if they don't screw it up, that's my
That's
negative
the big
thought
if, yeah.
right
That's
there.
the big if.
Fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so there will be also group concerts. I can be short on that. There will be group concerts for all the groups, singular. But with AKB, it does say AKB48 group. So if Stu gets their own Senbatsu concert for that morning and NGT for the afternoon and HKT in the evening, I want AKB just be AKB doing that. But we'll see. I mean, I don't think it will be live streamed. Request Hour maybe. I don't think it was
Not
last year, but it has
it
been
wasn't live
previous
stream though,
years.
not at least on the internet. So
No, either it was not last year, but it was on some Chinese site, or it was the year before that. But I can't really remember. I'm confusing 2 years, but we'll see. I don't think those group concerts will be live streamed, but
nah.
could be interesting. And then the solo concerts, I kind of want to hear you guys' thoughts on that. That's interesting. We have Tanaka Miku on January the 23rd, which I can see her do reasonable well, selling seats. Ishida Chiho, January 24th. I think she's two.
Yeah, she's two. Yeah, she's two.
Suenaga Oka. Yeah, I think SK.
Yeah.
Umeyama Kokona. I think NMB.
NMB.
Honma Hinata. I can see her sell out. Well, not sell out, but get a lot. Kubo Satone. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yamauchi Mizuki. Okay, we'll see. And then Ogura Yuri. And those last three will be on 26th the entire day. So, the future? Question mark? For the 2 months that they will be going on? I can see Ogura Yuri and Tanaka
yeah,
Miku getting a solo
probably sell
concert.
out, and Mikurin ook, I think. So.
I don't know. It really doesn't scream to me like, oh yes, well, because I'm more biased on those ends. No,
Fair.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't appeal to me. So maybe for other people, who knows? But for me, it's like, skip.
I don't know. Maybe I would be watching Satopi, but only because she's Team B and maybe she's doing some Team B stuff, so that would be cool.
Well, true.
But other than that,
I would like a Taniguchi Megu performance, but
I
that
would.
ain't
Yes,
happening.
Yeah,
yes.
That
Did I
would
say
be
yes
fun.
already? That would be awesome, but
We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am out of topics on my end. So anything that happens, you're like, I want to talk about this.
Well, kind of want to because, well, in the K-pop side of things, there was another suicide from
Yeah.
Goo Hara, who was a classmate of Sully.
Same way, and I saw Myujikkii talk about it on the show. That basically,
yeah.
she got a message saying from a Korean fan of all sorts that she should basically die in a big earthquake from Japan. That's how the feeling is. And well, I have a lot of opinion on that side because we live now in a day and age when you have this cancel culture, people, and for entertainment people, if you're going to a bad time, just stay off social media. It's really, really the better for you. I know you want to throw something out there, get something off your, but I think we now it's so easy to just attack people as a group to this one person who made a comment. It's bad for you to be on Twitter. It's bad for you to be on Instagram or anything like that. It it really sucks that someone in a mentality was just broken, of course, because of what happened for what Sully was his name,
Goo Hara.
right?
Goo Hara.
Yeah.
And
No, that was this one, but
Yeah,
before.
Sully.
Yeah, and Goo Hara was a associate of Sully, so that wasn't happy for the mental health. And she already tried to kill herself in May this year, so there's also poor management on that. It's awful when you hear of course this happening, and this person still had their whole life for her. It maybe in her mind she peaked, because of the entertainment. Her group was ending, or she is not anymore in a pop group, so she's trying to find that high again. You never know what goes through their mind, but when people are so cruel to that as a person, I can't imagine why. It's like you're stoning someone, but with words.
Yeah,
That's how it is.
it's weird because a good friend of mine went and saw her and when she was in Japan just a few days prior to that and met her and like my friend's like a pop singer and so she's in the entertainment industry, so like she had like a lot of inside access and everything, and said Kara was like very sweet, very kind, there was no indication of any issues or anything, and I'm sure that was just her putting on a professional face, playing such a big show like she did here. But then it's like you go home and you kill yourself, and you just shake your head and you go, what is
Yeah.
going on in Korea? And then on top of that, it's like this is not a criticism on Kara, and please, people listening, do not take it this way. But it's like if you are really in that kind of emotional state and you're that famous, it's just, I guess it's hard pressed for me to think you don't have staff and support there to like reach out to, and why do you feel like you got to keep it all inside? And that's the part that crushes me more than anything is like,
You're not
you don't
alone.
got to do that. You're not alone. And I mean, there are millions of fans that would listen to you. I mean, literally pick a fan and just be like,
To be
yo,
fair,
like,
I think that's the problem because you did an Instagram live and then you get the haters in there as well. You can't filter it out. I think it should be someone more personal, not a social media
of
platform.
course. Of
But
course. Agree.
like maybe she was on Running Man, the Korean show, multiple times.
Yeah.
Why not ask them for help? It's like, hey, I'm not feeling well, or like, can I get someone to talk to? I believe if you work with someone in the entertainment business, you share a connection like that on the show. They were probably like, yeah, sure, man, what's up? There are multiple people who would gladly will come over and be like, hey, what do you want to get off your chest, or what can we do to help? So
I mean, yeah, like, sorry to interrupt. I was just gonna say, like, to me, that's the worst part about this is that I feel like there are so many people in the business surrounding you when you're on that level. It's just, are they really all that impossibly clueless to your sadness? And again, don't get me wrong, idols are great at hiding stuff. I mean, every day I see it. But it's like you can't. I mean, you killed yourself. It's like what? And was it really because somebody dissed you on social media? I mean, I imagine that had something to do with it to a degree. Sure. I mean, we're all vulnerable, and I'm not knocking her for being vulnerable. Like, words suck, believe me, they do. But it's like, what else is going on, man? Like, it just hurts
you
to
don't know
think.
you don't know. It's like you
Oh
cannot
no.
imagine yourself being in that situation.
No, I
And
can't. I really can't. But I've been around enough idols on even the level that I'm at to know that like there is that place of isolation you can get to with the groups you're in or like the people around you that you really feel like you can't reach out because no one can understand you or you have a crappy family life and that's all you can think about. Like none of the other stuff, none of the positive gets through. All that gets through is what your mom says about you, like how horrible you look today or something. And so it's like you build that up over time. Yeah, that's enough to make me want to make you just say enough, but on a permanent level. The problem I have with this is that it's just for crying out loud, like did she ever look in the mirror and realize like I'm amazing. Like I have this incredible life and like I've done incredible things. And yes, I'm having horrible things happen to me, but I'm so young and like the whole world is mine. And it's sad that like from like 20 to 30, I swear to God, you get that vulnerable state where you have people, they're most creative, they're most beautiful, and then they're most deadly to themselves. I mean, how if you stop and think about all the major icons in Western music who killed themselves, it was at age 27.
Mm-hmm.
Jimi Hendrix,
Yeah.
Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, Kurt Cobain. Need I say more?
yeah, it
And
goes on and on. Yeah.
it's like, oh, so, she's joined those ranks now of gone too soon, way too soon. My heart breaks for her. My friend was devastated. She just saw her, just shook her hand, just talked to her, literally just to talk to her. And then it's like, yeah, she's dead. I almost didn't believe her, and I got the message. I'm like, huh? Like, you just hung out with her, huh?
Yeah.
And it's yeah, dead, gone. See ya. I just did this amazing concert in Japan. Everybody loved me. People came home so happy and joy, full of joy from listening to me. My face was everywhere in Japan. Gone. See ya. What the hell?
And you'll
So
never know
it's
the answer.
horrible. No, that's the worst part. We'll never really know what was those last thoughts going through her head. We'll never know why she's there. Like what got her there. And I'm sorry, but Korea, you guys have a freaking problem. You have a huge problem with your beautiful stars. You're not taking care of them. And to all you sicko crapheads online that think it's cool to like bash people, die. Just you die. Like you should be the ones putting a gun in your mouth because honestly, you suck. Like that girl did not deserve it. I mean, if you ever looked at Kara, like really looked at her body of work, because I kind of took a little dive into her the other day after this happened.
Hmm.
Unbelievable. What a talent.
Yeah.
So sorry,
It
I was really affected by that. I'm glad you brought it up, DX.
No problem, because to be quite frank, back then I didn't actually know she was from Kara, but the name did ring a bell, so I looked it up because I came in contact with K-pop via playing Pump It Up, which features quite a lot of
Sure.
K-pop songs, including Kara. And then I saw she was a member of Kara. I was like, "Whoa, are you serious?" And it felt so unreal to me, and kind of wanted to bring it up at the recording. So I'm glad I brought it up. So I needed to talk about it. So there's that.
all right. Thank you for that.
Well said. Well said. Well done.
Um, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Mm, in a bit of happier news, Myujikki.
Hey.
Colin, you want to take that one? You want to take that
Oh,
one away?
you go ahead.
Well, music from BNK48 has released her solo, one of her solo singles. It's Myujikkii or Waruki's. Anyway, Waruki,
Yeah.
NMB48's Waruki, her version. The video is really cute, but it suffers the same problem that MNL had. It's lots of zooming in and zooming out into her face. I'm really not a fan of that style of filming. The music itself and the performance is really cute, but the MV doesn't work for me, to be quite honest. So
Hmm.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's fair. I don't have that issue. I don't mind. In any case, with music, I don't mind it in any way, shape, or form. But depending on who it is, maybe. What I thought about that style, actually, I appreciated that it was all one shot. So
Oh, yeah,
I
true.
can that cancels it out, in my opinion, at least for me, for definite.
Hmm.
Even if I would have it as a nitpick, it's like that's pretty I mean, she was just there, so it's not that difficult to do. But in any way, I think that's pretty good. She had great energy, immensely charismatic, positive energy. I never could really get into the song, but this one I do like. I think she's great. She looked great. Yeah, the zooming in, zooming out. Yeah, sure, maybe a nitpick. Not really that much for me. I think
Yeah,
I
that's the
thought
only
it was.
thing actually that bugged me. But for the rest, it was really. For the rest, it was a really
Yeah,
cute song. But that whole zooming in and zooming out thing just bugs me ever since MNL, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Okay, nah, fair. It's totally fair. Yeah, I thought it was for what it was. Solid. Cute. I think cute is the best way to put it. I think she does an immense job at it. And the other day, or 2 days ago, there was this premiere thingy for
Oh, yeah.
Where I Belong Again, and she was
stunning.
with. Yeah, she was with Janice,
She was
but
stunning.
music. Oh my god, I was like,
I had to take a second look actually. Yeah.
yeah, it's like,
Very good.
okay, hello there.
Yeah, exactly. What?
Yeah,
Hello.
great. I was kind of surprised. I was okay, but she is fantastic. I think she did a great job for what it was. Yeah, I would be content if I do like her, so I'm totally content. So
Well, there's one Japanese dude that is totally a fan of her right now.
Well
So.
yep.
Mm.
Well
Nice.
done and well done.
Okay.
Did you guys watch it or not?
No.
Okay, fair.
I'm really on the low end lately, so that's my bad. But
Oh, that's fair.
I would like to go now to announcing what we're doing for the rest. Well, for the final episode, or do you guys want something else?
I want to bring up one thing in case I may
Sure.
not be forgetting
Okay.
something else. JKD48. They had their general election
Ooh.
Saturday.
Awesome.
I want to bring it up briefly. I didn't watch it. There was a live stream of it, but there was on their, I think, a news channel, RCTI something. Sorry if I forgot the channel name, but there was a live stream. But there was also that same day like an EA Sports thingy magop event, so the stream couldn't really handle it all that well. The top 16, I think I could not really watch from their site, even though there was
That
an
sucks.
international site,
Ooh.
so that was awesome. But there was a YouTube live stream, but the top 16, I couldn't find it anymore. But I did watch it back, and the one who won is Shani. I think I said that reasonably.
Cool.
She was second last year and won the year before that. So she won again, 72,707 votes
Uh-huh.
with a very solid 28K difference with number 2. So
Wow.
good for her, honestly.
Nice.
That's
Very
very
good.
good votes. Congrats to the rest. I think it was a very nice event. I looked at it and was like, yeah, they did it well enough. I didn't really pay attention that much, but I think it was very fair.
The own original song for.
Yes, so that means that she will center an original song, which will be released. There's no title, but it will be released January 2020,
Oh really?
so soon. There will be a coupling song. It's called "Sweet and Bitter." Is that an
Okay.
AKB song? I don't know. I didn't really
No.
look into that. But yeah, it's that's it. They revealed their top 32, was it? I can't even remember that. But they look great. Melody was there. She's the general manager, I think, of
Oh wow.
JKT.
Yeah.
And they look great. I really like the costumes. They did a performance. I almost forgot that. That was pretty cool. They did. I think it was Beginner. Could have been River. But I really liked the performance. So I was like, oh yeah, it's one of those two songs. I wiggled between both. So I think they did it for what it was. A pretty good job, entertaining. Lots of tears. It was fun. They are doing something, and I look forward to that original song and
Yeah,
what it
same here.
will be. And depends. I think they do a great job. So I look forward to it and see how they do. So congrats to Shani. She is awesome. The queen of
Yeah.
JKT.
Cool. Kind of curious
Very
what the
nice.
song is going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I've no clue. I think someone told me that there may be a bit iffy in a sense because they don't really know if the three guys, I forgot their name, but there were three guys that will be producing it, have will be doing a song similar to the style what Akipi would do. But which is fair,
We'll
but
have to wait and see,
who
yeah.
knows? Could
Yeah.
be something AKB-ish, or for them JKT. Could be not. Who knows? Could be good. Could be great. Could be Could be anything. We'll see what they will deliver. No clue. I don't think that anyone knows as of this point, but we'll see. Could be something very good. We'll see.
Okay. So, if anything else, then I would like to go to that now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're in December now of
Oh.
this year, and the year has gone by very, very, very fast. And that means we're gonna do our year-end special.
Woo! Yeah. Woo!
That's gonna be the third annual one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So, as usual, we have some categories we want to talk about, and this year we're changing not that much, but we removed some and added one. So for people who are watching, you can always make your own list. You can post them in the comments below, or you can save that up until the episode, whatever is your best wish on that. But here are the categories, and that will be best song, the worst song, best group, best year for member, best show, best concerts, most shocking moment, and coming for the first time in this year, most disappointing moment. So we have some few new topics on that. Yeah, feel free to think about that. You guys have still the end of the month, and that will be on, if I say this right, Sunday the 29th of December. We're gonna do this. Yeah. So hey,
It
we
will
set
be
a
out
date beforehand
day
before that. So yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. So go ahead, think about it, and make your own list. I'm looking forward to it as usual. And yeah, the end of the year is coming upon us. That's
Wow.
really amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, so I have that announcement. Did I need to announce anything else? No, that's what it was.
No.
No, I didn't
Not for
think
this
so.
episode. No.
Not for this episode. Foreshadowing. Um,
Yeah.
okay, then if something else, I would like to go to recommendations for next. Nope, nothing else.
I have nothing.
No.
Well, this is also my problem. Recommendation for next time.
Oh, I thought you meant something to talk about. No, I do.
Oh, you do. Okay.
You
Well,
go ahead.
I am thinking about. I believe there's a documentary out from the singing competition, or something came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Why don't I know what it is? That's the first thing. I only see clips, of course, because I'm following Okada Nana fans Twitter
Of
that I
course.
see there, but I don't know what documentary it is. I have no clue.
Me neither. Singing contest in and of itself didn't really appeal to me that
Still-
much.
Yeah.
So
If I can find a documentary, I want to watch that documentary.
Yeah.
That's my recommendation. That's the
Fine.
only I can think of. But DX, yeah, do you have any recommendation?
Well, the ninth gen had a performance actually somewhere. Before this recordings, I would recommend to watch that. It's all the members, most members of the ninth generation came back. Yeah, most members
Some,
of the
yeah.
ninth generation came back. So
Uh-huh.
I would say.
Okay.
that was awesome. I watched it. That was great. Taku Chimiyu returned. Nago Maria returned. Wait, no, what was her name?
Yeah. No,
I was blanking for a moment. And Shimazaki Haruka, which with the
Haruka.
remaining Yuihan, Suzuran, and Obamina. I
Awesome.
think someone else was there. Maybe I'm forgetting 6.
Shimada?
Yeah, she was there. So 6 included. I saw it. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. It was a pretty long event, but worth my time. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
What are your recommendations then, Colin? Besides that, or that's it?
the anniversary this Sunday. It's like, what will it be? What will happen? The units, the songs. Last year they did all the A-side songs, which was interesting. So I wonder what they will do, and I look forward to it. I hope it can be watched live, in a certain way. And if not, yeah, well, that's a pity. But I want to see what happens and what gets out of it. Other than that,
Same here.
end of the year special. I look forward to it. We have the categories. I will post them again below. You can save it until then or do it right now. That you can go either way. please look forward to it and please watch it. We look forward to it. We love doing it. And if not, you can interrupt me. And I hope it will be another fun event where we can reflect what happened this year, but on a note that we usually try to have,
Yeah.
positive but serious, but funny, sometimes dark funny. I mean, sometimes. I mean, come on. But
Okay. Well, I was going to say well said, and then so
Okay, well said. Thank you.
Derek.
I mean, I don't have like a kind of recommendation, but I have just a little bit more of an update. I didn't get to talk about this like during the show, so if it's okay, I want to
Go for it.
monopolize a little bit here.
ahead.
I don't know. For those of you that watch and those of you who know who I am and what I do, I was working for Necronym Idol, the underground idol group. I'm no longer doing that in terms of direct support from week to week. I'm not really able to do that because I'm so busy now with Idol Underworld, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a website I created to sell merchandise from idols here in Tokyo to foreign fans and Japanese fans too, if they want. I have both that go there. But basically that's just gotten to be extremely busy, and so yeah, I had to sort of not break ties. There's no bad blood. There's no animosity. We're all cool. We're all nice to each other. It's not something I wanted to do. Admittedly, there were other issues as well that went into this, and that's stuff that's neither here nor there. But it's more it's freeing me up to do, I guess, more stuff. Having said that, I guess my recommendation would be to check out what I'm doing now. Just also, I'm wrapping up my documentary on idols. That's going to be done within the week or two, and then I'm going to start editing for the next couple months. I am following an idol, Benny from Advandon. She's allowing me to like kind of take a little trip into her life for like a whole day this week. I'm going to be doing more with Chihiro from Mary Bad End, which I'm hoping will be more. Her Satansai shows this coming weekend, and I'll probably be filming that for them. I might do a few other groups. I've gotten some major people in this doc, which I was pleasantly happy about. So I'll be doing that. So if any support you can give me there would be great. I'm really wanting to talk about two things that I'm doing with Idol Underworld, which is number one, I started working with Hikari Shina, who's better known as Pikarin to the world. She's a very, very famous model who turned into an idol. She's a movie star. She's a TV actor. I don't know. She does many things. And Pikarin's management is part of a company called Trust Star, which handles like movie stars here in Japan. I happened to have an in with them. They were good. I've been talking to them forever. Finally got them. But their thing is like, we want you to sell like 100 of these photo books that she has. And if I sell 100 of them by December 6th, which only gives me a few more days, they'll let me have a lot more access, I think, in terms of like selling her stuff. Pikarin's more of her stuff, more stuff. She's going to do something special possibly for foreign fans that is extremely rare and something she doesn't do. That was sort of my get out of this. I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, can she do something for the foreign fans?
Awesome.
And she agreed. Yeah, she agreed. But the thing is, I need to sell 100 copies. Now, good news is I'm at like 72 copies, somewhere around there. So I don't need that many more. There is a signed edition you can buy, which comes with 2 books, one signed, one not. So all I need is like 12 more of those orders, and I've reached the goal. But I only have till December 6th, so that's 3 more days. So I'm really, really hoping people will come through and kind of help me with that. It's only 12 of those orders. So again, please, if you can help me, that would be great. Please, in the spirit of Christmas, do this because it will open up a big door for me if you do. And I would like that because I've been busting my butt doing this. The second thing is I'm really getting into photo books in general. There's 3 idols I want to do photo books for now. One is Yoniko. Yoniko is iconic. She's a legend. She was an original member of Bell Heart. Bell Ring Shoujo Girls Heart. She went into Migma Shelter. Then she did her own thing solo. That's what she's doing now. She has an amazing sense of fashion and style. That's like what she went to school for. She's really insane. She's like a happier version of Hanako-san. She's minus the violence. It's just she's crazy. She's been known to get pretty much almost butt naked on stage and dance for no reason. One time Necroma played her, and for her Bupon, she wore a shower curtain. as her outfit. Like I'm talking like a whole ring with the
Oh my
shower curtain
god.
thing. Yonako has a very interesting sense about her. I had lunch with her for like 2 hours last week, and because I had to take Checky of her because her Checky all sold out pretty fast, and because I just got her on Idol Underworld, and we were talking about this fashion book, and I said I really want to do this for you, and she really wants it. So if you want that to happen, well, before I get that, let me get to the other two. So the other two is Hanako-san, of course. I took Checky of her the other night. She had she was doing poses of Hamari from Hamari's photo book because I showed her it, and she's like, "Oh, this is funny. I'll do Hamari poses." And that was Checky all sold out in a day, one day. And it got me thinking. And I asked Hanako, "Do you want to do a photo book?" And she's like, "I would love that. That'd be so much fun." So I didn't think she would go for that, but so she wants to do it. Hanako is one of my closest idols that I've known for 4 years now, and like we have a really good trust connection. Like as crazy as she is, I know she understands that like I'm in her corner, and she knows that I'm, she wants to be in my corner. Also, her as well as Yonako both want to go to Europe. They want to go overseas. They want me to take them. So it's like this all builds towards that. So she wants to do a photo book. And then, of course, the last one is Naracha from Yanakoto Sotomuto. That's sort of for me because she's my Kamiyoshi of Oshis. And even though, like, I've worked with her, I saw her recently a couple weeks ago. I saw Yanamu play a very intimate, very small show. I mean, it was packed. You couldn't even walk in the place at Club Verret Roppongi, which is about as small as my apartment. And I was filming a Vanden there actually for my doc, and they happened to be there, and I was so surprised. And I reconnected with them. I haven't seen them in a long time. And Nadacha's grown up. She's a lot bigger, a lot taller, a lot more beautiful, a lot more womanly like than I remember her.
Uh-huh.
And they put on a song, their last song of the night. I mean, it's brand new. Like it was like one of those songs where Nadacha's voice was like in full, like just glory. It was like old school Yanamu, and honestly, like I had tears streaming down my face. And it was funny because their producers right behind me because I was with their management company. I was in the back. We're all standing there together watching this amazing performance by Yanamu, who are only a 3-piece now, but they're about to be a 4-piece because they're getting that fourth member because Reina left and some, but they finally found somebody. But it was like I looked at their producer and I'm like, I hate you guys. Like I hate you. Like you guys make me cry every single time. And they're just laughing. I was
That's a
like,
good
that's really
feeling. Oh,
Yeah, I know
thank
that
you. I
feeling.
hate you.
like it made me really want to do a photo book for her. Now I don't know if she will. I'm actually meeting Yanamu's manager tomorrow. To go over this. I'm meeting Shin tomorrow to talk about this and their inclusion on Idol Underworld. Whether or not they'll actually do it, I don't know. But like, I really want to do that. So these are the 3 projects that I think would help Idol Underworld. They're Idol Underworld exclusive. I need your help. I can't fund them. It's too much. I spent all my money dumping pretty much into Hamari's photo book, which again, it's all coming back, but it's just not enough. If you want to do that, I have a Patreon tier. You can support it. I readjusted it tonight, so it's not that expensive. I will match those funds, whatever you give. I don't know if you want to do it. It's Christmas. You can make Hanako very happy. You can make Yonako very happy. You can make me happy. I can do Nadacha. I don't know. It's something that I would recommend because you want to make an idol happy. There you go. Also, please support Idol Underworld. Please maybe help me with the Pikarin challenge. I'm adding like 3 or 4 more idols coming up still, and I got more to go. So, I'm doing this all for you guys. So it's like if you want to support Idol, please do this for me, and that would be amazing.
There
my
you have it. There you have it. Well, okay then. Thank you for watching then this episode of 48, and we'll see you then next time. Bye, everybody.
Jojo.
Aw.